Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Space4Impact kickoff event. We're really happy to present to you today our Space4Impact initiative. And we have about a day to convince you that space and space technology in general do have a positive impact on Earth. So traditionally, space technology and space exploration have been funded by public funding, by the space agencies, by NASA, by ESA, the European Space Agency. But recently, we've been witnessing a change in the sector, in the economy, in the space economy. We are witnessing more and more commercial activities. You all heard of SpaceX rockets and the fact that many try to decrease the price of launch. So launching infrastructures in space is becoming less and less expensive. And this is a drastic change in the sector, which drives a lot of changes and also the increase of private investments into the sector. So we are witnessing now for more than 10 years, especially in the US, but also worldwide, more and more private investment into the space sector. So private investments, and especially during the COVID crisis right now, we've seen that investing into sustainable project is the most secure and interesting way of making money. And today we want to convince you that investing in space technology is also a way of investing into impactful projects. Many space projects and technologies have a positive impact on Earth. There is many applications, many projects illustrating that. We will have great speakers today talking about some of them. I just wanted to pinpoint one application here on the upper left. We will talk about precision agriculture in this case, where farmers can benefit from Earth observation images, public images coming from Sentinels and Landsats, satellites from ESA, the European Commission, and NASA. So these images are open source and they help basically farmers to better assess the quality of their soils, to better monitor the crops, to better decide when to use fertilizer, and even to know when to harvest their crops. So this is just one example, and there is many more. You will hear more examples over the day from speakers that have real life experience in these fields. But the question is that there is a lot of applications and business opportunities for space technologies on Earth, but not so many real examples in the non-space industry so far. And that's really what we want to tackle here with Space4Impact. We want to help space technologies to enter new markets and disrupt these markets and really show that there is a positive impact using these technologies. To do that, we bring together different stakeholders coming from new space startups or new space companies that have great technologies, great product. We bring them together with organizations and institutions, but we also want to put them together with investors, space investors, but also non-space investors, investors from the impact field. And finally, we want to bring in some corporates, non-space corporates that could benefit from space technologies that probably haven't heard of all the applications of space technologies yet. And that's really the goal of today, to raise this awareness about space technologies. And to do that, we want to do that on a digital platform, which we are launching today. You will discover this platform all over the day and a bit later in my presentation as well. So our values, we are international, so we have an international scope. We want to help new space company entering new markets all around the globe. We are also a social company and a non-profit, and we want to stay a non-profit, meaning that we want to reinvest our potential profits into meaningful projects with an impact, and more importantly, we want to assess this impact. So all projects that we conduct or the impact of space technology, we want to assess this impact in a meaningful way. So behind Space4Impact, there is the Swiss Space Center and the ESA Business Incubator in Switzerland. Both of them helps to spin out technologies from academia and create successful startups and new space companies. Space4Impact wants to act first on a global level, so not only in Switzerland, but also worldwide. And where we want to act is when the technology and the space technologies come back to Earth. We want to help new space companies to enter new markets, and we want to raise awareness in the non-space industries about space technologies for impactful applications. In September, we closed the call for new space companies that wanted to join our ecosystem. We had many applications. We had to select only a few of the companies applying to the call. Here you have a map of a few of them that were entering our ecosystem in September. You will discover a few of them this afternoon during the startup competition. So some of the startups will be pitching this afternoon. As you can see on the map, there is many different type of technologies and space applications, and we're really happy to have this international scope of new space companies coming from 22 countries. So today we're sitting here on Earth in 2020. This is our timeline with Space4Impact. We are launching today our digital platform, and we have our Space4Impact kickoff event. We're really happy to have you here, either on the Space4Impact platform, but also following us on our LinkedIn Live. The goal with Space4Impact is really to grow our ecosystem in the next year. Also try to run pilot projects linking new space companies and non-space actors. So we really want to bring these technologies into new markets and help the different actors to do so. The following years, we want to grow this to a critical level to improve our impact, but also we want to develop an education program. So we want to really raise awareness about space technology and do that in a very well-defined way. On the long-term view, we want to assess our impact with our projects and the impact of space technology. So we want to work on a space impact label, and this is really our long-term view. And we will come back to you in the coming years about that. So all this work has been done thanks to the support of the Swiss Space Center and the ESA Business Incubator, both in Switzerland, but also other partners like E2MC and Alkelio. You will meet all the partners today during the event. We also have the chance to have great advisors that follow us. But today I wanted to thank especially our partners that allowed us to run this kickoff event and to launch Space4Impact. So I want to thank EPFL Tech4Impact. You'll also meet someone from EPFL Tech4Impact in a panel discussion later on. I want to thank Canton de Vaud, that you will meet again during the startup competition this afternoon, but I want to thank especially the Foreign Affairs Department of Switzerland, and you will learn more about the Foreign Affairs Department activities just after my talk with the next speaker. So today is the launch of our Space4Impact platform and our kickoff event. We have more than 160 participants on the platform coming from 24 countries worldwide. We have many more people following us live on LinkedIn. So thank you for being here. We're really happy to have you on board. Since I have your attention, I wanted to give a small introduction about the digital platform that we're launching today. For those on LinkedIn, if you want to join our ecosystem, you can always email us and we will onboard you on the platform. For those on the platform, please stay with me. So you are probably watching the live on YouTube here on this landing page. So when you log in into the platform, you end up in this landing page. On the right side of the video, you have a chat where you can communicate with the speakers during the event. So you can ask your questions. There will be also polls popping up during the day. It's very important, the polls, especially during the startup competition, where we will ask you to vote for the startups. If you scroll down, you have access to the agenda. And I will come back to that a bit later. So this is the first tab called Events when you log in. The second tab is called Participants. You will have access to all people registered on the platform, and you can direct message them, so you can communicate with each actor of the ecosystem that we are creating. This is really important, and please try to talk to each other. The third tab is about the marketplace. So we give the opportunity to each member or each entity on the platform to advertise their product or advertise their request. If they're looking for collaboration, for example, if they're working for seed funding, or if they selling some services, everything can be found on the marketplace. Finally, on the bottom, we have 4 categories, which represent the 4 type of stakeholders in our ecosystem: new space companies, startups, basically, corporates from the non-space sector that we want to grow this ecosystem of non-space corporates over the years, investors that invest in space and some that don't invest in space yet, also institutions and NGOs. Finally, during the day, I want to ask you to make sure that your profile is well edited. So you can at any time edit it on the upper left corner of the platform by clicking on your picture or on your name. Everything is supposed to be editable. So please have a look at your profile, make sure that all the informations are correct. Also, if you want to advertise one of your products or if you want to state one of your requests, you can always go into the matching tab and add a solution or a request. Also, you can edit the one that you already posted when setting up your profile. Everything is editable again. Finally, if you come back to the event tab, just below the YouTube video, you have a link for the second day for those that will attend the workshop. There is a link for the WebEx call for tomorrow. Please don't click on that today. Just keep following us on YouTube for today. Also, there is a second button where you can register for speed dating B2B meetings. If when you registered to the kickoff event, you stated that you wanted to be part of the B2B meetings, which will be tomorrow afternoon, you will basically be registered by default. And you can edit your registration, so you can basically rate all the products, so all the people in the ecosystem or the entities in the ecosystem, you can rate the products, decide if you really want to meet them. You can tweak a bit the algorithm by rating them. You have until 4 p.m. to do that, to tweak a bit the algorithm, and then at 6 p.m. tonight, you will receive your agenda for tomorrow. If you change your mind and you don't have time tomorrow to go for the B2B meetings, you can always cancel your registration on the bottom here, on the bottom right. So the goal with the platform is to run many more events. This is our first one. This is our kickoff event, but we want to keep you on the platform and grow our ecosystem. So please change your settings and edit the notifications if you don't want to be spammed too much over the years. But also, if you want to leave us after this event, there is a way of doing that by using the bottom left corner and the chat bot there. So just tell us if you want to resign your profile. A small note for tomorrow for the workshops. So I talked before about the WebEx links for the workshops. Please don't click on it today, but tomorrow morning, if you want to join the workshops, we will ask you to be there before 9 a.m. just so we make sure that all the speakers and all the participants are connected before we start the day. Before joining the call, there is a way of making sure that your name is the right one on the screen. So on the upper left corner of WebEx, there is a way of editing your name. Make sure that you have the right name. And most importantly, please be sure to be muted when entering the call so you don't appear on the main screen directly. So today for the kickoff event, we have amazing speakers. You will meet them all over the day. I don't want to say more. We will introduce them just afterward. Thanks a lot to all the speakers for being here today. We are really excited to hear you. We will also have 2 great panel discussions, one on space entrepreneurs with an impact, and another one about investors from the space sector, but also investors that are not investing in space yet. Finally, I want to thank our partners for the kickoff event. I said it already, EPFL Tech4Impact that we will meet later during the panel discussion, Canton Vaud that you will meet this afternoon with the startup competition, and most importantly, the Foreign Affairs Department of Switzerland. And here I want to introduce our next speakers, Dr. Natalia Archinad, who holds the space portfolio at the Foreign Affairs Department of Switzerland. She has been leading the Swiss delegation to the United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space, COPUOS, for more than a decade, and she serves as the chair of the Scientific and Technical Subcommittee of COPUOS for the period 2020 and 2021. Dr. Archinard is a member of the Swiss delegations to the European Space Agency, ESA, including at ministerial level and to the United Nations General Assembly first and fourth committees. At national level, she is involved in the design and the implementation of the Swiss space policy.